What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. I'm absolutely exhausted today. I just finished up my first day of student teaching. It was awesome, but wow, am I tired. But I didn't want to stop from being able to give you all the content that I've been wanting to give you. So, last time I talked about this video being more towards all the different types of training, but I said scrap that, and I just wanted to get you all on the right track by giving you a full body template that I use for just about every beginner that I ever have. It's not a cookie cutter, kind of program. You really do have to start to figure out what exercises work best for you, but the guidelines are, trying to master movements, and that's what another series is. What I'm going to do is called Master the Movement, and I'm going to get into each and every movement that I'm going to be talking about today. So it's 5 exercises, 5 different categories. So the first category is a squat. Now, you could also incorporate a lunge for this or something single leg, but mainly a quad focus or even a glute focus exercise. So I'd say just do it the easy way and do body weight squats. If you are at a gym, you could add, resistance by doing goblet squats, landmine squats, back squats, front squats, all different types of squats. Like I said, if you want to have a variation of it, you could also do single leg stuff like lunges, reverse lunge, rear foot elevator lunge, or single leg squat, some people call them. So your first category is a squat. Your second category is a hinge. Now, a hinge is usually when you shift the hips back and just imagine when you go and try to touch your toes. You're bending over, but in a hinge, you're getting more of a hamstring stretch, and you're gonna have that more of a focus. So some certain hinges are like hip thrusts, Romanian deadlifts. You could do hamstring curls, either with a stability ball or on the machine. So mainly something that's going to focus on the posterior chain, which is the backside of your legs. So your glutes, your hamstrings, those are really generally going to be hit from when you do a hinge. The third category is your upper body press. So easiest press in the world is to do a push-up. That is a press. It is a compound movement. You pretty much hit, if you do a push-up correctly, you're hitting your whole body. Now, not everybody does that correctly, and it's mainly an upper body focus. So other presses are something, while a push-up is a horizontal press, you have anything that goes over your head. So an overhead press is just as good. So when it comes to the press category, just pick one exercise and go ahead and do it. So whether that be a horizontal press, which is mainly going to be your chest working, or you do an overhead press where it's going to be mainly your triceps working, your shoulders working, while your triceps are an assisting muscle group. The fourth one is a pull. Now, there's 2 different variations of a pull, just as much as the press. So a horizontal pull is mainly going to be your rhomboids working. There's going to be a lot of lat work, but your lats usually get hit on the opposite, which is the vertical. So this is a pull-up. This is you just doing a machine cable row. You could do it with one arm, a one-arm dumbbell row. So a row or a pull is the fourth category. I recommend trying to do pull-ups. Obviously, I understand that pull-ups are very, very difficult for people to get good at. But if you go about it in a progressive way, pull-ups are, top notch. Just if you pretty much do a program just of push-ups and pull-ups and squats, you're going to see some good results. But we're not just looking for good, we're looking for the best. So that's why we incorporate everything into this. So if you're going to do a pull-up on one day, try and do a row on the other day. And finally, our fifth category is something ab related. Now there's all different types of ways that you could hit your abs. My favorite way is to do carries. So if I have heavy dumbbells at my sides and, I walk, 20 paces one way, put them down, turn around, pick them up again and walk 20 paces the other way. Yes, it doesn't seem like, wow, you're working your abs, but in order for your body to be able to stabilize while you're walking and carrying a heavy load, your abs are doing a crazy amount of work. And then we're not just saying abs, it's actually your entire core. So your low back is actually doing a lot of work too. So those are pretty much your 5 different groups. Like I said, you pick an exercise from each one. So we started with a squat, then we go into a hinge. Another hinge I didn't talk about, but is a huge one, but it's going to be taking some time for people to master, is a deadlift. That's a huge one to work for the hinge. I think everyone should be doing deadlifts if you can do it without having any sort of pain. So squat, hinge, your press, do some push-ups. I know push-ups aren't easy for people, but you'll be able to progressively work into that. Start with your knees, start going up against the wall. And whatever you need to do in order to start doing the push-ups, do it. Then you have your pull, whether it be horizontal or vertical, doing pull-ups or a row. Do that. And then finally you have your ab work. Now, I'm not saying specifically you have to do carries. I'm just saying that's the best way that I find abs to be worked. You could always do any type of ab exercise that you already know, and feel free to do something that's enjoyable. The most important part of any program, other than the goal like we've talked about, is, well, there's 2 things: consistency and enjoying what you're doing. If you hate going to the gym because your workouts are really, really hard and you find that they're not fun, you're not going to want to go exercise. So do what you find enjoyable. If you find a certain ab exercise more enjoyable than, doing carries, feel free to do that. Any of these exercises that you decide to do, feel like you need to do something that you feel comfortable with and you enjoy doing, but also try and push yourself a little bit out of your comfort zone sometimes and try something new. So today, we just went over the template for, pretty much any beginner for a full body workout. And I really hope that some of the information was helpful for you all. Sorry if it wasn't as pinpoint as it has been in the past. I'm totally exhausted, but I really hope I was able to help you out in some sort of way. I'm going to put up some sort of template on Instagram for everyone to follow. It's just going to have everything that I've said in this video. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope everyone has a great day, and I will see you all next time and next week. Take care.